Hi guys, welcome to Crafting with Tech. Today we have a pair of heels that need the rubber tips replaced. I'm going to show you how to trace it and cut it from some 3mm rubber you can get off Amazon. Stick around. Okay, let's get started. I like to use a post-it note because the sticky stuff just keeps it in place while you work. Next, your pencil. Push it up against the heel so I can get the crispest trace that I possibly can. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll fine tune it when we bring it into LightBurn later. I'll be putting this into my scanner and it should import at the proper scale, and then we will trace it. Don't worry about those extra lines. Like I said, we're going to fine tune this when we bring it into LightBurn later. What we need is just a rough shape. The closer the better. And if you don't have a scanner, just pop a ruler next to it and take a picture from the top down as best as you can. And import it into LightBurn, and you can use the ruler to scale it to the proper size. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so we've got our new project open, and to cut rubber I use my 300mm lens, so let's go ahead and jump to that. Alright, now here we see the one that I took the photo of and the one I scanned. The one I scanned is already pretty much to scale, but the one we took the photo of, since it was such a high resolution photo, it's huge. So how do we make this the size that we need? That's why we took a picture along with the ruler. Here we have 10mm from here to there. So let's make a box. Let's make a 10mm box. Damn, look how tiny that is. That's how small we gotta go. Oop, delete that. So let's select our image and just bring it way down. Overlay it. See how much we need to go. Almost there. Bring it down some more. Let's zoom in and center this. Alright. Keep making it small. Almost there. We got about another millimeter to go. Oh, look at that. That is almost right on the money. So, like, we see this is square, but obviously our image isn't, so how do we fix that? We just grab the corner and rotate it a little bit. Alright. Now let's line this one up, and we just need to make it a little bigger. A little more. Oh, lagging. Here we go. Too much. Alright. Need to go just a hair, so another 0.6. That's close enough for our purposes because we're going to be adjusting the size of this at the end anyways to make sure we get it perfect. But that is how you bring an image to scale. You know, if you need it closer than that, obviously zoom in and dial that sucker in. Actually, let's do so now because why not? Bring it down a millimeter. See, zoom in, lay that over the 3. Needs to go a little bigger. So 25, 26. Not quite. So I think 1mm is going to be too much. So let's bring it down to 6.5. 0.7. I'm getting closer. 0.8. What's going on here? I was off. I need to check my eyes. Anyways, that's good enough right there. Actually, 26.95. Let's try that. I'm splitting hairs here. Let's leave it alone. Okay, so we're done. We've got it to scale. We can delete this square. So now what do? We need to trace this. But we also, it would be a lot easier if we had our heel oriented properly. So let's bring this with P to the center of our artboard. And if we select this dotted square right here, it's going to take us to our selected artwork. So here we are. Now, to line this up, we have our grid. So I like to turn output off. Now it fades the image so you can overlay the grid over it. Come to our corner here and we'll just rotate it, eyeball it till it's close enough. Bring it up to a line. That's good enough. Alright, so now what do? Lock this shape because we're going to be drawing over it. I don't want to click it and move it around or disturb it in any way. Okay, actually, let's crop our image. Make it a little easier to work. Unlock it. And to crop it, you're just going to apply a mask over it. So we just frame a little square here. That's the piece we need. Select the frame and the picture. Right click. Apply mask. Now it trimmed it essentially. Or cropped it. And then right click again. Flatten image mask. Now there's our final. That's all we need to work with right now. Again, lock it. I'll come to our pen tool. We're going to trace this. Alright, so start at the bottom. Make a horizontal line. And come up. We're not going to worry about the curves just yet. We're just going to have a rough trace. This is how I do it. Somebody else might do it differently. Probably a better way. You can also do this in Illustrator. You have some more control, but I like to do it in LightBurn just to keep it quick. Alright, so now to add these curves, we go to our Edit Node tool here, and you're going to click in the middle of the line. And what that's going to do is going to let you click it. There we go. It's going to let you add a curve to it. So bam. Pull our line to our curve. Pull our line to our curve. Pull our line to our curve. There it is. And this one actually went quicker than most usually do. If you want to see what your shape is looking like, you can hide your image here and show. That's what it looks like. You can see right here, this is looking kind of janky. So I can click it and hit S, and it'll smooth our node out. If you hover over the tool, it'll let you know what all the shortcuts do. So S, smooth node or line, and it got rid of that divot we had there. Let's go back to our image to make sure it didn't affect it too much. The shape, and pull it out a little. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That looks good to me. So now I can hide the image. We don't need it. And let's add my rubber settings to this. So let's go to the library, rubber. It's a 3mm thick rubber that I use, and I cut it again with my 3mm lens. Assign it. Let me show you what the settings look like. This is them. I go nice and slow so I can put some energy down onto it, and I'm using wobble again because we're going through some thick material. We need to make the beam path wider so that the beam can get through it. So it's going to be a 0.1 size and a 0.08 step. I'll make a video in the future about what wobble is, how it works, and what it looks like. Alright, here's the rest. Nice and slow, 80%. Let's run it. always be very careful whenever you're taking your lens off. 2 hands whenever possible. My 300mm lens. I like to spin it counterclockwise until you feel the threads fall onto each other. You don't want to strip these out. I've got this yardstick marked as my focus stick. Here's my mark for my 200 lens. My mark for my 300 lens. Put it on my material and then just adjust. You can see I've got to crank it up quite a ways. That's why I've got this extension block on the bottom so I can get the right focus height. Here you can see where I lined the mark on the ruler with the split line on the gavel head. Okay, so let's frame this bad boy. Select it, P to put it in the center. Laser, we're at 300, we've got our settings. Frame it. And let's go with Hull. I like to do a few test cuts in cardboard before we get to the rubber. That way we make sure we get the size right. I'm bringing my shoe and test fit. Not quite there, it's a little small. Yeah, we need to go back and make some adjustments. Too small, needs to be a little thicker, so let's go every direction. Can go up a little, so let's go up 2 millimeters. Frame it. Widthwise it's good, but it's still a little long, so let's unlock this and change just our height. Let's go down 1.5, but let's go ahead and just make that an even 38 and see what happens. Now this rubber stinks after it's cut, so make sure you give it a good scrub with some dish soap. Get that funk out of it and let it dry real good before you glue it onto your shoes. I like this HH66 vinyl cement. It's pretty good for a lot of stuff, but you got to be careful what you use it on because it can eat up your material. It's pretty strong. It's another reason why I'm using it here on my laser table next to my exhaust. Fumes are pretty potent, so make sure you wear a respirator or do it in a well ventilated area. So we just add a nice thin coat to our pads, as well as a nice thin coat to the bottom of our shoes. Let it dry according to the instructions and clamp them together. The longer this glue cures, the stronger the bond is. I've been using this stuff for years and it's amazing. Highly recommend it. Here are the finished shoes. I finished the edges up with some brown edge coat just to blend them in a little bit. Pretty happy with the way it turned out, and the customer loved them. That's all that matters. Hope you guys were able to learn a little something here and apply it to whatever you're doing in your shop. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.